Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So this one is about a man named Mr. Micheal Stapleton. Here's my thing. 1 year in a US prison is too much for me. Me too dainty, me not make for prison. Me know people are gonna laugh and say, SouFlo, big rough man like you, I talk about dainty. Yes, I don't want to go in a Icamouse, but I am not built for prison. That may I try telling us. A shout out to the people them who get up every day and go grind out a 9 to 5, 5 to 9, or do it back to back, 12-hour, 18-hour, 13-hour shifts. I respect you fully because we are not made for anybody's prison. Now, this one goes deeper because this talks about human trafficking and all this other stuff, just to let you know that it's very real. And I like the sentence that he was given because human trafficking is a big issue. All right. I recently did a story about some Jamaican females that were missing in Jamaica, reported missing in Jamaica, and they were actually found in the United States of America, in Atlanta, Georgia, in a trap house. And what we call a trap house, people, is a drug house. So nothing not selling this about pum pum and drugs. All right. Anyways, his FB profile is funny because his FB profile says he is a risk taker. And I get bored easily if I don't find something to challenge my mind, it says. Micheal Stapleton, and it says that he lives in Kingston, Jamaica, but he's from the Freeport, Bahamas, and he is single. Now, as the story goes along, I'm going to take this one right here from the Observer. Shout out to the Observer out of Jamaica. Then I'm going to expound upon this. So, a Jamaican man was sentenced to more than 2 decades in prison in the United States of America for running an international alien smuggling organization out of Freeport, Bahamas. So he did his business in Freeport, Bahamas, but he lived in Jamaica. Now that's kind of smart because you know them said don't boo-boo where you eat, you know. So him keep him yard far from which part the drama was. However, this man looked like somebody's father, looked like, you know, a big teddy bear, looked like daddy, looked like the man of the house. Him would have been responsible and loving and caring to his family, but he was also a monster. And we're going to talk about that. Court records show that the 44-year-old Micheal Stapleton was extradited to the United States of America last year of 2018 and was sentenced to 21 years and 10 months. You might as well just say 22 years in prison last Thursday. A federal jury in South Florida found him guilty of 47 counts related to people smuggling schemes. According to a release from the U.S. Department of Justice, the trial evidence showed that for several years, Stapleton coordinated the smuggling of aliens to the United States through Freeport, Bahamas, from all around the world. So he wasn't just taking Jamaican girls and smuggling them. He was smuggling girls from Haiti. He was smuggling girls from all other kind of places, and not just girls, but boys, men, children, them kind of thing, that humans, period. He arranged for them to be hidden in stash houses, hired smuggling captains, and arranged for boats to make crossing from the Bahamas to the United States, the release said. Testimony at trial showed he also used the vulnerability of the aliens to exploit them by demanding more money from them after they were in his powers. So somebody would get them and turn them over to him. And once he got hold of them, he said, look, this is where your journey ending up. If you can't come up with 10 grand more, or you girl, you have to go run that something there. So you have to go work it off. So the girls then would end up in strip clubs and doing prostitution and so on to pay off his demands, and then he would send them on to the next leg of their smuggling. Their ultimate goal was to make it into the United States of America, keeping them in deplorable conditions, mistreating them, beating them, sending them out in unsafe boats. The release continued. In one smuggling venture, the release said that the aliens were pushed overboard in rough seas far from the beach, despite some of them not even being able to swim. So, was murder a part of what he was convicted for? The answer to that could probably be yes, or attempted murder. So you can't swim, and this man promised to take you all the way into shore and push you off of the boat way out in the middle of the waters. and turned around and drove away and left you there. In one smuggling venture, this is what was said. The U.S. Attorney's Office and law enforcement partners are committed to the vigorous prosecution of those individuals who engage in the dangerous and illicit practice of alien smuggling. Last Thursday's sentencing shows those who plan and commit these crimes while abroad will not have impunity from federal prosecution in the United States, but will instead face more than 20 years in prison, mandatory. U.S. Attorney Ariana Fajardo Orshan is quoted in saying in the release, "These smuggling organizations place no value on human life, and they are constantly putting people's lives at risk. Stapleton's actions clearly prove that," said Anthony Salisbury, special agent in charge of HSI Miami. "Our goal is to identify, disrupt, and dismantle this type of organization that Stapleton headed, and we are committed to doing everything within our power to put these types of individuals behind bars." Not just put them behind bars, but it's a 20 years mandatory you're looking at. The court found that Stapleton was the leader and organizer of the smuggling venture that involved between 20 to 99 victims, that he created a risk of substantial bodily harm, sexual assault of women, and possessed a firearm, the release said. In addition to the term of incarceration, Stapleton was ordered to serve 2 years of supervised release and pay a special assessment of US $4,700, additionally reported by the Associated Press. Now listen, here's the thing. That $4,700 is just about how much he's going to be making altogether in the 20 years plus he's going to be in prison. So he's going to be working for free. I hope he has his money stashed up somewhere, because he's coming home to nothing other than that. And for those of you out there who are involved in this thing, this should be a warning to let you know that the long arms of the law will be catching you. Okay?